Shalom Harlow was born December 5, 1973, in Oshawa, Ontario, just outside Toronto, into a family that lived far from runway lights. Her mother, Sandy, worked with adults with disabilities. Her father, David, held multiple jobs. Her name, Shalom, means peace in Hebrew, though the family weren't Jewish. Growing up, she danced ballet and tap as a kid, surrounded by the woods of her family cottage and the freedom of a less structured childhood. Her discovery is one of those lightning strike moments. At about age 16 or 17, she was at a concert of the rock band The Cure in Toronto when a modeling scout approached her and asked if she ever considered model work. She reportedly thought the idea was absurd, but within a couple of years, she stepped into what would become a supermodel career. What really launched her into iconic status was not just walking for big fashion houses, though she did that plenty, but moments that became fashion myth. One of the most talked about, in 1998 for Spring-Summer 1999, a show by designer Alexander McQueen in London staged a dramatic finale where Shalom stood on a revolving platform while two robotic arms sprayed paint onto her white dress. That moment is still referred to as one of the most memorable runway scenes ever. She became the living canvas of avant-garde fashion, not just a model wearing clothes. Throughout the 1990s, she appeared everywhere: magazine covers, including Vogue, adverts for major luxury brands, Chanel, Dior, Valentino, Ralph Lauren, and in major runway shows across Paris, Milan, and New York. By 1995, she had been named Model of the Year by Vogue VH1, a marker that she wasn't just a model, she was top tier. Parallel to modeling, she dipped into acting. Films like In and Out, Vanilla Sky, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and more. She also co-hosted MTV's House of Style in the mid-90s alongside Amber Valletta, so her presence crossed from fashion into pop culture. But the story doesn't end with success. Behind the gloss, Shalom faced real challenges, health issues that forced her to slow down and reconsider how she worked and lived. In her late 30s and early 40s, she dealt with Lyme disease, black mold poisoning from a house she lived in, and the mental toll of constant travel, modeling pressure, and suppression of her own well-being. She has spoken about complex PTSD from that period of illness. Eventually, she pulled back, focused on healing, and made a comeback, notably walking for Versace in spring 2019, capturing media attention again, this time with more agency over her career. What stands out is her longevity and evolution. Many models peak and fade. Shalom reinvents. She's moved from the 90s supermodel era into a more intentional phase, picking projects that align with her values: sustainability, artistic integrity, body autonomy, and using her platform not just for fashion, but for self-expression and voice. On a personal level, she's grounded. Despite modeling in an industry often driven by glam and artifice, she embraces authenticity. Natural hair, her curls or ringlets became part of her signature look, honest interviews about the cost of modeling fame, and a balancing of wellness with work. In today's fashion landscape, where inclusivity, older model representation, and multidiscipline careers matter, Shalom is more relevant than ever. She didn't just ride a trend, she helped define an era. Her work is studied by newer models, her runway moments cited in fashion history books, and her resurgence shows that modeling isn't just a young person's game. It can be a full career with ups, revisits, comebacks, and transitions. In short, Shalom Harlow isn't just a pretty face on a runway. She's a performer, an artist, a survivor, and an example of how a career can bend without breaking. She teaches that visibility doesn't guarantee authenticity, but authenticity builds legacy.